Hello, hello. Let me reduce the music. Can you all hear me? Okay, let me just set up things here. How are you guys doing? Let me fix this stuff. Okay, I'm fixing a few stuff here to make things work. That's my first live stream on YouTube, so I will make sure to read the chat, but I'm not so sure about that. Okay, how are you guys doing? First of all, where are you based? Which country? How are you based? Which time are you? I can speak for myself. I'm from Brazil. It's 3:30 p.m. here, and almost finished my work. I have a few things to do, including this thing right here. Let me just send a message. I will need to loop someone in a particular issue that unfortunately I can't share for now. So let me just Spain. Oh, great. Which part of Spain are you? I've been in Bilbao, and it was very good. I went to the Athletic Bilbao stadium, and yeah, it was awesome. All right. Um, we have some questions to answer on this session. This is the first session of the second season, I would say. And we will jump into more details of Node.js. We won't stick to beginner stuff. So we will put more our hands into the code. And the idea is to implement things, create some issues that any of you would be able to create a pull request or something like that. Okay? So that's the idea. Let me just open my live stream on YouTube so I can also read the chat. Okay, amazing. All right, before I start, does anybody have any question you would like to ask me about open source development? Anyone? Any questions? It can be hard, easy, and sometimes impossible. Okay. Hello, Ulysses. How are you doing? Are you taking the time off? I've been doing some interesting stuff today, and I can't wait to share it with you all. 2 hours ago, I was participating in the GitHub Brazil interview, in Portuguese. Any of you watched that? What time? Let me change my scene a bit. Live. Oh no, not this one. Okay. What time off? I'm trying to help with Express release. Okay, fair enough. Also, Ulysses, if you have time, and you can, and if you can check the hacker one, I think as a releaser you have access to it. We are discussing something important there that you might have some good opinion. Just in case you want to see something interesting. Okay? Oh, you don't have access to HackerOne. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what you saw there. Okay. So let me explain exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to answer some questions and then we are going to implement a change in the error messages of Node.js permission model, okay? So we have some questions. The first one is from, let me see. Let me just invite him. Okay. Okay, the first one is, let me get, it's from Discord. We have a Discord channel now. Node.js has a Discord channel, and we have a Node.js-mentoring channel there. So if you want to get notified about our meetings, and if you want to be able to ask questions, join our Discord channel as well. The first question is from Everspace. Okay. What's the best way to do a RFC for championing additional libraries for useful problem solvers to be added to Node.js core library? For instance, I believe that Node.js would benefit from things like an equivalent to argparse, functools, or itertools from the Python standard library, since there are often things like Lodash, Hamda, that are commonly installed and to handle and to not reinventing the wheel. Uh, and okay, that's a very good question. Basically, in as a TLDR, what we decide to include to Node.js and what should be a library and what should be included on Node.js core. This is an important answer that has changed from time to time. So if you ask me 5 years ago what should be on the Node.js core, I would say that most of the TSM members would say no to the majority of the features that we have now, including SQLite, the Aun test runner. We have some the env parser, config file. Most of these things, I'm almost sure that would be rejected 5 years ago to Node.js core, because the concept 5 years ago was basically let's make Node.js small. Node.js must be small, and all the libraries should be created around of it. So instead of including things to the standard library, let's people create packages and they use those packages so they can maintain it. And otherwise, Node.js would need to maintain a lot of namespace and packages themselves. But now, after some time, let me reduce a bit the music for me. And after some time, and I believe that with the release of Ban and Dino, we have changed a bit the way we see things, or some of the members, some TSM members joined with a different perspective, and we decided to include more things to Node.js core. So we now have SQLite, env parser, config file, a permission model, and I feel that Node.js is now more susceptible to accept those pull requests or those features on Node.js core. So if you believe that, it would be great, and this could be, you can do something different, including it on Node.js core than in a package, we could definitely accept it. The problem is, when you include features to Node.js, those features should be specified in a way that we will be able to handle vulnerabilities from it and also be able to maintain that. If you create a pull request and people leave it away, possibly it will enter as experimental and we will drop it at any moment if no maintenance. So I don't think, I believe that including args parser, I think we already have one, to be honest. We already have arg parse. I am not sure how functools or itertools works on Python. I'm not so familiar with Python. But if you create a pull request of suggestion, or even to not waste much of your time, create an issue asking or telling your proposal to the Node.js team. We'll evaluate and tell you, okay, for me it's good to go, or no, it shouldn't be on Node.js core. We don't have like a line that you shouldn't be able to cross. It's really depend on the feature and depend on how you propose it. So my suggestion is to you to open the issue. Okay. Hello, folks. Okay. The next question is from the Node.js mentoring channel on Slack. Let me get it. Is from Nicolas Bataglia. I guess. What are the first steps to collaborate with public repositories? You look for simple errors. Do you need to use the tool a lot before coding? And also, do you always choose repositories that you use, or do you sometimes take into account the impact that helping in a well-known one can have in your career? Okay, let's answer it with a few steps, okay? What are the first steps to collaborate with public repositories? My suggestion is to find the topics you like most, or do you work in a daily basis? Because if you open up a request in a context that you don't use regularly, it's very likely that you miss some context, you miss some specification methodologies, and you wouldn't be able to test it properly, okay? So for instance, if you don't work very much with, if you don't work with strings, if you create a pull request targeting these strings without knowing exactly what strings are supposed to do, this will make things slightly complicated, okay? So my suggestion is, if you work a lot with strings or style text, util style text, and you see that something that could be improved or some bug, it's very likely that you find the correct way to solve the problem instead of guessing the places where the fix should be, okay? And also my suggestion is to keep joining the mentoring sessions. I will share on this session some ideas that requests that you could create, okay? And I also believe that joining the working groups of Node.js is an excellent way to start your journey in the Node.js space. So we have a Node.js, nodejs.org/calendar. I'm going to send in the chat, nodejs.org/calendar, send in the chat here and also on YouTube. This is the Node.js calendar. So if you like TypeScript, there is a TypeScript discussions there. If you like security, there is a security meeting every other week, and for the rest as well. Do that. That would help you, I'm pretty sure. So the next one is from Sebastian Beltram. Perhaps you could showcase some of the groups with Node.js, such as package maintenance, MDT, HTTP, HTTP2, website, build security. Node.js is a large project that depends on multiple groups for its maintenance. That's correct. Okay, that's correct. So if I list all the groups here, possibly I'll miss some of them. There are many. Okay. So if you are more involved in CI/CD pipelines, if you are more interested on build maintenance, we have the Node.js build team. They are great. Ulysses, that was in the chat, he's also part of the build team. So let me try to list some of them. We have the build. We have the security space, which I also go. I also share the meetings there. We have the diagnostic group. The diagnostic group is more for observability tools. So diagnostic channel, tracing channel. If you like how profilers work, or if you want to create some ideas on profiling, if you use require in the middle, this is a tool maintained by that team as well. Then we have the releasers. The releasers is a private group, is from Node.js collaborators that release packages or release binaries of Node.js. So every new release of Node.js, it has made by one of the Node.js releasers, of course. So this is a group to discuss the next steps. Let me go to the calendar so I can showcase to you all our calendar. We have the Node API. This is the Node.js thing that deals with an API. If you like to create add-ons, this thing is the best place to go. Okay. We have the Next 10. The Next 10 is a very good group. We discussed the how would be the next 10 years of Node.js. What would do you want Node.js to implement? So do you believe that Node.js should focus on performance? You should go to that group and discuss that. Security and any other idea, for instance, TypeScript, and should Node.js change from C++ to Rust? You should give your opinion there, okay? We have the TypeScript. This is a new group. If you want to discuss how the TypeScript implementation on Node.js works, go there. We have the loaders. This is, for instance, when you require or when you report, we have ESM and Common.js. This group discuss how the loaders should work on Node.js. This is a very interesting group and one of the most complicated one. Let me see if we have any other. We have UV WASI. This is to discuss WASI implementation on Node.js. They don't have many meetings. I guess it's one per month or one each 2 months. So I also suggest you to follow them in the group. Okay. And I think that's it. I don't think we have any other groups, working groups. We have more. We have some things that doesn't have meetings, recurring meetings. So you need to follow the Node.js GitHub to learn more. Okay. Next one from Elvis Vieira. A session exploring functions of a specific API. This way people feel more comfortable choosing an API. Okay, I believe that he said that I should jump into a specific API and create some patches and suggestions so people will get used to that specific topic or context and be able to work on it. That's a great idea. Which topic do you all suggest me to invest more time in those sessions? HTTPs, permissions, loaders, anything. Okay. Great. The next question is, let me go to this, Node.js mentoring. Do you recommend me to jump into a working group to solve or first be solving bugs by myself? My recommendation, as I said in the Node.js mentoring channel, is to do both. Okay, if you want to contribute to Node.js, I believe that you should be part of one working group and also try to resolve bugs yourself. That's the way you will learn most. Okay. So let's jump into the code. Let me explain exactly what I want to tell you, what I want to teach you. Node.js contains a permission model. Let me change a bit the scene. Okay. The Node.js contains a permission model, which means that when you run Node.js with -- permission, This will enable the permission model on Node.js. So using that flag, you'll be able to, that flag will restrict access to your machine resource. So for instance, if you run this, you won't be able to read or write to any file. So let's say that I want to read to all files in my system, but I don't want to give write permissions to my script. So if I run this, and if I try to write to any file, so live hello, it will throw an error. Access to this API has been restricted. We have the code, we have the permission, and we have the resource. But from a security perspective, if you are a user, if you are a Node.js developer, if you see this error, do you know exactly how to handle that? Like, I want to give write permissions. How can I do that? The error is not descriptive enough. Okay, so our idea here is to implement or amend the error message to also suggest the user which flag they can use to fix that. Okay, so I did that already, and I'm working on the test. So if you see my new binary and I do the same behavior, right? File sync live text hello, it will tell you use allow fs write to manage permission. So we are going to write tests for that. Okay, first thing, permission, it should be permissions, right? So let me just get the place where I changed. Okay, I think it should be clear enough to read. The suggestion to manage permissions. Then I have changed it to the error access denied to also include the suggestion, and I have also created this function get error flag suggestion. Hola, Ivan, I don't know. Then we need to test it. So I wrote some tests. I wrote some tests to the inspector, to the WASI model, to worker threads. Now I need to write tests to file system read, file system write as well. So let me do that. So we have file system read here. And we have a fs read, which is our test. So one thing we need to make sure is that guarantee the error message suggest the allow fs read. So we do that, and then the message should be access to this API has been restricted, and then use allow fs read to manage permissions. And how we run Node.js tests? Very simple. Node test parallel test permission fs read. It failed because the message is not correct. Okay, I need to compile because I changed the Node.js code and I need to compile it again. Let me see if I change the permission. Okay, it's permissions. Compiling. Any questions so far? Now if we run the tests, it should pass. 0 error code. So success. Okay? We have for file system write. Now we need to include that here as well. So what we can do is basically copy that and put that here. Write, and change the API to write file sync, to write file. I need to close one thing here. Yeah, I think that should work. Parallel fs write. Okay, oh good. So according to the Node.js permission model, let me see the amount of flags we have. Allow, child process, add-ons. I think we need to check it here. So we have add-ons. Let me see if we already have a test for add-ons. We don't. And on the permission.cc, oh, permission base actually. Ooh, here. For add-ons, we don't. Yeah, for add-ons, we don't need. Worker threads, child process. Do we have for child process? We don't. So we need to include it, one for child process as well. So test permission child process. Message. Let me copy the one from fs write. Use child process. Cool. Then we have WASI worker. We already have all of it, and I think we are almost done. Let me just confirm that lint is working. Okay, linting is running. Then we will create the pull request. It did run, all good. And then we will commit that. It's ready, okay. Let's create a branch. Okay. Let's push it to my fork and then open it on Node.js. Let me confirm that's I shouldn't have removed this thing. Come on, folks. What is your problem? Okay. I need to amend one thing because this shouldn't be have done. So let's go to the fs write, add that, and then we amend. Okay. Sounds good. And any questions about this patch? Because this is something interesting. And I could everything is clear? Even the get error flag suggestion? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, I think I didn't. Of course. Okay. Oh, good. So I will create a request. Permission model. I think I should change it as well. Let me change the commit message to also include permission. Request created. I'm sending in the chat. One thing that we use extensively on Node.js is define v to iterate and make things more easy to maintain from Node.js side. Okay. Explains that? Okay, fine. I'll explain it. Permission base. Everything's. Oh my god. What is your problem? Never open different files in different I need to fetch it from here we go. Hello, Christopher. How are you? So I'm going to explain how define these works on Node.js, okay? First of all, we define, do you know how define works on C++? The preprocessor. Okay, so how is the easiest way to see the output of this? Because this runs before at compile time. Okay, so what I usually do, I go to godbolt and I do the following. I paste it here. So if I need to include all the definitions, okay? So let me include all the definitions here. I paste it here. Okay. This is our own defined, okay? And then I pass the -e flag to this tool. And this tool will tell me exactly how the enum classes will looks like. So in this case, the enum will be created like K file system, and then file system write, child process. This is just the keys of the permission scope. So all of this produces this enum class, only that, okay? And let me explain why we do that. We have this define v, and this define v receives 4 parameters: name, and the other 3 we don't care at this. And then we return the k and I forgot this name, hashtag, 2 hashtags name. So it will get the name, the name of the key. So in this case, for instance, let's get one of example. We have worker threads. The first parameter of worker threads is this name, worker thread, and this will basically just return k worker threads. Okay, so this will create a new enum class with k worker threads. And then, since we are passing permissions also calls all the permissions we already have. So in case of file system write, it will create a file system write. So it will create this. This is another enum, okay? And what I had to do was basically leveraging these permissions, the list of permissions we already have. I have included a new option or a new parameter on to return by each one of the permission, which is the flag I want to suggest if an error is thrown by this key. So what I did was permission, I guess, get error flag suggestion. So I have defined a v and iterating over all the permissions that I already have, which is the list of permissions we just saw, this one, okay? And then I have created a switch case for each one of that. So if I copy that and paste it here, let me show you. I think that's almost correct. Yes. It will create the following switch case. Case file system return this. Oh, it's missing a new line. Oh, no, this is just because of the comment, okay? So let me copy that to here. So what it did was basically yes, that's correct. And then that's a ternary operation. We have this. And then we have other case statements. Let me find it, and then I will make it more readable. Okay. Much easier to read now. So I won't do it to all of it. Actually, I can. Let me pk f Okay. So case, the permission I want to flag suggestion is the file system. I won't return anything because we don't have dash dash allow fs only. We only have fs read and fs write. So this won't be returned. We will return empty string here. Okay. Then in case of the error permission is the file system read, then we will check if this string is not empty. So the 0 is not the delimiter. So this is in C++ means the end of a string, okay? So if the string is not empty, we will return use allow fs read to manage permissions. Great. The same applies for fs write and for other ones. So as you can see, I have reduced all my code to this define, to only this define. And if I create more permissions, I don't need to change this code. I don't need to create a case statement manually. It will be created by default by the define. So this is an interesting way to do that. And if once you learn that, it will make things much more simpler on Node.js. Is that clear? Oh, good. Any question? Hello, Divanish on YouTube. Clear? Okay, fair enough. So this is the pull request I did, and I'm going to, and we are almost the end of our session today. Because I need to solve an important stuff on Node.js that I can't share. I need to help my team on that. So if you have any suggestion for our next session, please jump into the Node.js mentoring on Discord and on Twitch, okay? Or on OpenJS Foundation Slack. I will find someone to rate now. So let me find a good channel to do the rate. Let me see if we have some friends from Brazil doing the Java first startup from João. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, folks. Thank you, everybody. See you in the next session. Bye-bye.